بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعزائي طلبة وطالبات الصف الثالث الإعدادي. Welcome back to my channel. Today, inshallah, we will study and discuss Unit 7, Lessons 3 and 4. The title of the unit is Our World. But before we start our lesson, we will have a quick revision about the past simple passive. As you see, my dear students, the form of the passive in the past simple, we start with the object was, were, plus verb 3 or past participle. The question form was, were, plus object, plus verb 3 or past participle. Here some examples. The teacher corrected the mistakes. The passive, the mistakes were corrected by the teacher. As you have seen, we started with the object, the mistakes, then verb to be were, then the past participle of the verb corrected. And if we want to say, to add more information and to talk about the doer of the action, we use by plus the subject of the sentence, by the teacher. Here a question. Did the little boy sell all the candy bars? The answer, were all the candy bars sold by the little boy? And here an exercise. The company chose me to present the project. Change these sentences to the passive. Here, as you see, that the object of the sentence is me. So when we change to the passive, we start me to by to I was choosing to present the project by the company. 3 men robbed the local bank. Here the subject 3 men, the verb robbed. The local bank is the object of the sentence. So we start with the object. The local bank was robbed by 3 men. Good. Shadi didn't take this speech seriously. This is a negative sentence. So here the object, this speech wasn't taken seriously by Shadi. Good. Yesterday's earthquake shocked the whole town. So here the subject is yesterday's earthquake, the verb shock, the object, the whole town. So we start with the object, the whole town was shaken by yesterday's earthquake. Did the president make an important speech last night? This is a question. Here is the object of the sentence, an important speech. And it's in the form of a question. So was an important speech was an important speech made by the president. Was an important speech made by the president last night? And put question mark. The last sentence, the wild animals killed 2 men yesterday. 2 men were killed by the wild animal yesterday. Here is the quick revision about the past simple passive. Now we will start with unit 7, lessons 3 and 4. We will start with the vocabulary. Depression. Here, lessons 3 and 4. Depression, fossils, species, remote, valley, remains, capital, owner, crocodile, turtle, well, pipes, design, it's used as a verb and a noun, surprise, surprised, special, builder, international, name, discover, once, preserved, UNESCO, منظمة اليونسكو, heritage, carriage, stable, length, researcher, emperor, damaged, jar, perhaps, southwest, driver, problems, during, land, below, fire, hole, scientist, technology. And here we will start with prefixes and suffixes. Enter, it is used with verbs. International, interaction. Unlucky, uncommon, unable. Mistreat, يسيء معاملة. Misunderstand, يسيء فهم. OR, visitor, translator, editor, محرر, actor. ER, owner, مالك, farmer, builder. ION, depression, منخفض, creation. Age, AGE, package, carriage. Now we will see vocabulary building, synonyms and antonyms. Unkind, cruel, kind, terrible, very bad, amazing, warm, quite hot, cool, wet, rainy, dry, lucky, happy, unlucky, remote, distant, far, near. And now we will see some definition. The word here, I wrote the words in Arabic and here is the definition in English. الكلمة معناها بالعربي والتعريف باللغة الإنجليزية. Carriage, something that people travel in that is pulled by horses. Owner, the owner of something is the person who has bought it. Stable, a building where a horse stays and learns what to do. Treat, if you treat someone well, you are nice to them. Length, that's the noun of the adjective long. How long something is. Preserved, محفوظ. Kept safe from being damaged. Remote, very far from somewhere. Species, a group of animals or plants of the same kind. Depression منخفض, the land that is below the area around it. Fossil, the remains of animals or plants that lived in the past. And here are some famous places that are mentioned in the unit. Pantheon, مبنى البانثيون في روما. The Fayoum Depression, the Sphinx, Wadi al-Hitan, Taj Mahal, the Great Wall of China, سور الصين العظيم. Prepositions and expressions, حروف جر وتعبيرات هامة ذكرت في الوحدة في الدرس الثالث والرابع. With the help of, find out, belong to, the same family of, as a result of, align with a person's head, burn down, fall through, take away, drive away, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, أحد مواقع التراث العلمي لليونسكو. And here is a reading of the reading passage of that is mentioned in the unit. Al-Fayoum, it's about Al-Fayoum Depression, منخفض الفيوم. The Fayoum Depression is an area of desert southwest of Cairo. Many ancient fossils are often found here, but the species of animal fossil might surprise you. Crocodiles, turtles, and whales. The most amazing fossils are the whale fossils. At Wadi al-Hitan, the Valley of the Whales, hundreds of fossils of ancient whales were found by scientists in 1902. The scientists were surprised to find out that these whales had legs. كانت الحيتان لها أرجل. So they once walked on land. In 2005, the fossils at Wadi al-Hitan were studied by a team of international scientists. The fossils were preserved very well, and some of them were 2 meters in length. It was discovered that these whales belong to the same family of animals. تنتمي لنفس عائلة الحيتان as camels, عائلة الحيوانات as camels and giraffes. The fossils are so important that Wadi al-Hitan was called a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2005. However, it's very remote. As a result, it is only visited by about 1,000 people a year. Today, Egyptian scientists are studying some of the fossils at Mansoura University using some of the latest technology, and they hope to learn more about these amazing whales of the desert. And now there's another important lesson about Black Beauty by Anna Swell. Black Beauty كانت القصة دي مقررة العام الماضي على الصف الثالث الاعدادي. The next winter was very hard for all the horses. The weather was terrible. There was rain every day, and it was often windy. Some of the drivers were very poor, so their horses worked all night. Other horses did not have stables. They stayed out all night and got wet and cold. I was lucky because Jerry was a kind owner and I was always in a warm stable. One day, Jerry and I waited for a walk for work next to a park. I watched as an old carriage drove up next to us. It was pulled by a horse who was thin and tired. I looked again and it was my old friend Ginger. She looked terrible. We talked for a short time. Ginger was very unhappy. She had many different homes and worked very hard. All her owners were unkind to her and treated her badly. You are my only friend, Ginger told me before. Ginger told me before her owner drove her away. I understood that I had a much better life than many horses. Now we will see exercise on structure. Choose the correct answers from A, B, C, or D. How old is that house? It space in 1951. It is built, was building, built, was built. Of course, the right answer was built. My grandfather was a builder. The house in 1981. He built, was building, built. Of course, here there is a date, so this is and the subject here, so it's an active sentence. He built. Did you go to the party? No, I was invited, did, wasn't invited, didn't invite. So here I wasn't invited. لم أدع للحفل. While I was on holiday, my camera from my hotel room stole, was stolen, is stolen. While I was, this is a past simple, so the right answer was stolen. Somebody me of stealing money. Was accused, wasn't accused. Somebody accused me, اتهمني. Now another exercise. The antonym of the word lucky is luckier, unlucky, luckless, B and C. B unlucky, C luckless. So the right answer is B and C. لأنه هنا طلب the antonym مرادف لكلمة lucky، فمرادف لكلمة lucky هيكون unlucky. سوري antonym ليس مرادف، عفوا antonym مضاد لكلمة lucky, unlucky and luckless. سيء الحظ. The place where a farmer keeps his horse is called carriage, rainforest, stable, statue. المكان اللي بيعيش the farmer keeps his horse is called stable. Stop. In the past, people didn't used to travel by car. They took a horse and a carriage. ليس لوري ولا plane ولا carrier. My grandmother had 6 children and treated them all the same. She was always kind. The word treat means deal with, give medical care, kill, hate. طبعا treat معناها deal with، يتعامل مع. Who is the of this car? It shouldn't be parked here. Who is the engine, carriage, owner, emperor? Who is the owner? من مالك هذه السيارة? The opposite of the word cruel is unkind, unpleasant, kind, unhappy. عكس كلمة cruel قاسي هيكون kind. The word terrible means fantastic, very warm, very easy, very bad. terrible معناها فظيع أو شنيع، يبقى أكيد هيكون المعنى هنا very bad. The suffix is added to the verb depress to make a noun. T-I-O-N-I-V-E-L-E-S-S-I-O-N depression. وردت في كلمات اليونت. A carriage is something that people travel in. That is by a horse, pulled, lifted, drawn, pushed. That is pulled. يسحبها أو يجرها الحصان. The prefix gives the opposite of the word common. The prefix البادئة L-Y-D-I-S in طبعا بنقول uncommon. يبقى إذن UN. Take an umbrella or you will get wet. تبتل. The antonym مضاد of wet is dry, dry, fried, rainy. طبعا wet مبتل أو رطب، يبقى إذن عكسها هيكون كلمة dry جاف. There was rain every day and it was often windy. The word windy here is an, noun, verb, adjective, adverb. There was rain every day and it was often windy. The word windy here is an noun, verb, adjective. بالطبع هتكون adjective صفة. الnoun هيكون wind. Some of the horses' owners were poor, so they had to work at night. The synonym of poor is مرادف كلمة poor هيكون full, rich, needy, greedy. بالطبع هيكون كلمة needy بمعنى المحتاج. The remains of animals and plants that lived in the past are called species, fossils, stables, whales. بقايا الحيوانات والنباتات هتكون fossils حفريات. None of Ginger's owners treated her well can be the antonym of honor. Antonym معناها مضاد لكلمة honor. هل هي emperor, tenant, possessors, land owner. عكس كلمة honor. honor معناها مالك، يبقى إذن هيكون هنا مستأجر. tenant معناها مستأجر. وبكده لسه في جملة تاني. An is the land that is below the area around it. Depression, stable, capital, mountain, depression. And this is the end of our session today, my dear student. نكون انتهينا من الدرس الثالث والرابع، حتى نلتقي إن شاء الله في الدرس الخامس والسادس من يونت 7. أتمنى لكم قضاء وقتا طيبا ومشاهدة طيبة مع هذا الفيديو. أتمنى لكم مزيد من التفوق والنجاح. Thank you very much. Till we meet again, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.